Hey, everybody. In today's episode of Pharaohcast, we had Romina Bogard on the show. She describes her competition journey, her nutritional plan, as well as her coach. You're going to love this episode. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Enjoy the show. Welcome to Pharaohcast, the official podcast of Pharaoh Fitness, where we build warriors, kings, and leaders both in and out of the gym. I'm your host, John Martin, founder of Pharaoh Fitness. Every month, we sit down with athletes, coaches, and fitness professionals to dive into their stories, their struggles, and the strategies that shaped their success. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and like on all social media platforms. Links are in the description. Sure. Okay. Well, we're gonna get right started. I've got some questions for you here.
Absolutely.
And
Please.
so, Romina, I want to thank you for taking time to come on this podcast. It means a lot to us. I had seen you every day at Crunch Fitness and, seeing you there working out, doing your thing. And I was just, really impressed by the discipline and the dedication of seeing you there every day. And I just said to myself, I got to talk to her. I got to get her on the podcast. We got to see what fitness means to her. And so with that being said, like I've noticed on your Instagram, I looked at it. It looks like you do competitions. Do you compete?
I've done a couple. So the first competition I had was bikini, actually, which I don't think that was a good fit for me. But it was a fun process, right? I mean, I think every prep is pretty similar.
Yeah.
And then I had another competition in 2023 for the wellness division, which I want to stay with that division and just try to compete in the future as well. So yeah, I've done a couple of competitions.
So why was the bikini competition not good for you?
So I guess the look for me, I like to see girls a little bit with more muscle, and to me, it looks just much better.
Okay, is bikini supposed to be like thinner physique?
Thinner.
Okay, absolutely. I don't know much about the women's competition.
Okay, got it. So yeah, basically bikini, it will be pretty much thinner.
Yeah.
Not a lot of muscle development in the body, lower body or even arms.
Okay.
And for wellness, it will be a little bit more, well, maybe not a little, but much more muscle in the lower body.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Yes, for sure.
So for you liked, you want quads to be more muscular. And
absolutely.
I see you lifting that weight on those leg presses.
And you have to train very intentional, right?
Very.
I'm not saying that for any division you change your training,
right.
But it's, if you have a goal of growing and of course, developing muscle is so hard, even for women. It's harder than men, probably.
It's even harder for women because you lack the testosterone to really build
Absolutely.
Muscle.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. And I mean, everything that involves like the stress, if you didn't sleep well and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely.
So
hormones.
It can take a lot. But I love it. I just, learn to like it every day. And not every day will be the best, right? Like you won't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to go to the gym and cook all my meals and, have zero stress in life, because it's not how life works.
Right.
But
exactly.
I love it.
So with that being said, are you prepping for any competitions coming up?
So I had a plan with my coach. We were going to do a competition in November 15. But because I decided that I wanted to compete, it was kind of like short notice to him. So we tried, and we both agreed that I was not going to get as lean on the stage. So we decided to
probably best to not enter in.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I'm not going to compete anytime soon, probably, because I just wanted to see. And also, I needed to lose some weight in my off season. I was a lot bigger. My weight was 165 pounds, and I'm 5 feet even, so I'm
Right,
really short.
right. When was that off season, by the way?
So I've been doing off season for a couple of years. So basically, I stopped my off season in June, I think, around
Okay,
June.
because I was
So
about to say, I don't think I've ever seen you at 160 pounds. So
yes.
I've never seen you that. Yeah. So, okay. That's okay. So I guess the real big question is like, what got you into fitness? Like, was this something you've always been interested as a young child, or did your sister get you into this? How did you get into lifting weights?
So it's funny because I was telling you a little bit about myself, that I'm from Peru.
Hmm.
When I was living there, I worked in a radio station,
Hmm.
and that was my first job ever. I was 21 probably. But I started working overnight. So I worked from 1 a.m. until 6 a.m. And because your schedule changes drastically, your body doesn't adapt as fast.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh. I'll go to bed, at 7 a.m. and then get up at 6 p.m. It was
Yeah.
it was hard.
Yeah.
So I decided, I was like, I need to find something that put me in the habit of having like a schedule.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let me try the gym.
Yeah.
So I started working out,
Yeah.
21, 22, when I was that age.
Uh-huh.
And I loved it. I started learning, of course, not only to train, but the habits, food, and
Yeah.
being more gentle to yourself, I guess,
Yeah.
because it's a group of things. It's not just like going to the gym.
100%.
So I guess I fell in love with it. It started with the gym,
Yeah.
right? And then after that, I started to learn more about fitness,
Yeah.
and I got into, okay, I want to compete, and that's when
Yeah.
everything started. But it was more because I needed to find something, right, and not put myself just, go to work and sleep like 10 hours or 12 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that was just my life.
You needed something to do with your time. You needed structure because of
Structure,
your
correct.
job and the work hours you worked. You wanted more structure in your
Correct.
life to kind of
Yeah.
handle the workload you're going through.
Absolutely.
Awesome. That is so awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so can you walk us through what your training routine looks like today?
Oof, today. So since I decided not to compete, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of, my routine hasn't changed really for the last 6 months.
Okay.
But I'm trying, of course, I'm not lifting every day, like super heavy, same exercises. I have a pull day, focus, and push day, and then, quads.
Yeah.
I was telling you, for the wellness division, we need to develop more like the lower body. So I train legs basically 3 times a week.
Nice.
So one day will be focused on quads, and then a little bit of hams, and then glutes, and
Yep.
then another day will be just hammies.
Yep.
I like it. I started to like it, but it's a little hard when you, if you haven't trained like for a long time, and it's like your first time, and you get to work out as intense and try to build, right, like whatever your goals are, it could be a little hard for your body.
Absolutely.
And for you. It can also put you in a mindset of like, oh my gosh, I can do this because I have to,
Yeah.
lift so much heavy, or so intense, work out so intense.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel like a lot of people are scared to compete, a lot of girls, because I talk to a lot of girls,
100%.
right? And they are like, well, no, I don't think I can lift that weight. And of course, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, you've been
Yeah.
training for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, you increase your weight as you
Yeah.
go, and I guess the most important part is you have to be patient with yourself, right?
Absolutely.
And be
Yeah.
able to give grace to yourself, and little by
Yes.
little, and
Yes.
just understand more how your body reacts.
Yes.
So
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Your training style is definitely something we probably wouldn't recommend to somebody just starting into the gym.
absolutely.
But let's say I'm somebody who wants to start going to the gym. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
What are some tips or some advice you would give me to kind of just give me an idea?
For somebody that is new at the gym, I guess, you know, we have so much information out there,
Yep.
right? Social media, internet. I would say if you want to coach yourself, you know, just have a plan. Don't go to the gym and be like, okay, today I'm going to do triceps and let me try this exercise. And then I'm going to do something that I just saw, you know, somebody doing, because it really is going to hurt yourself and you're not going to see the results.
Right.
I would say, you know, if you want to do it yourself, just write a plan, you know,
Yeah.
and do, okay, I'm going to focus today on upper body and do,
Yeah.
you know, 5 exercises for maybe
Yeah.
just a muscle group. For guys, especially,
Yeah.
you know, they work out chest, you know, better, or back,
Yeah.
you know, and then focus just on that
Yeah.
for a particular day. And then just, you know, do whatever, try the exercises and do whatever feels more comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think, you know, they see something on a video on Instagram or Facebook and they are like, oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do it. I need to do it because I see those great results.
Yeah.
When it's really whatever your body feels like doing. For
Right.
instance, when I train quads, I don't do the free weight, the bar.
The
I go the
squats.
squats.
Yeah.
I always go to the hack.
Yeah.
Just because I feel
It's more stable.
secure.
It's more
Exactly.
stable. Yeah.
And if you don't have anybody who can, you know,
To
spy
go,
you,
spy you. It's dangerous.
exactly.
Especially if you're going heavyweight. Yeah.
And I feel also that I just feel that I have a better form. You know, I record myself.
Yep.
That helps a lot whenever you want to, you know, critique yourself and see, oh my gosh, no, I'm moving or my knees are not in the right direction. So
exactly.
it just helps you to understand more your body as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And so I love that you said, you know, you would recommend them to coach themselves. That's basically what I do with my clients at Pharaoh Fitness is I am a guide. I will tell you if what you're doing is complete nonsense, but for the most part, if it works for you, it works for you. And I want you to do what works for you because you'll stick with it. Consistency. Staying with it in the long run is what gets you results in fitness. A lot of people think fitness is something I do for 3 hours a week and I'm done. You know, I check that off my box. I went to the gym, I'm done.
Yeah.
No, fitness is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And if you want to be fit for the rest of your life, you got to make sure you can do what sticks with you, right? I would never tell any of my clients to do things they don't like to do. For example, you don't like heavy barbell back squats. Guess what? You don't need to do them.
Yeah.
It's not required. There are people that do it, but you can grow nice legs by doing hack squats, by doing leg presses, leg extensions.
Absolutely.
There's not one size fits all for everybody.
Yeah.
So I totally love that. Totally love that mindset.
And it's part, I guess, you know, in the world that we live, right? Like everybody wants to copy what they see, or even at the gym, right? Like you may see a girl that is doing some deadlift and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do the same. And then if you haven't learned the proper form, you know, you will injure yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't know any better, right? Because you're just copying what the girl they have.
I've been guilty of that though. So like I used to be really big into like science-based lifting, like with Jeff Nipper, Dr. Mike Israetel, and some of these guys would be like laying on the floor with a cable and they're doing bicep
And
curls
they're like
with
all the
with their
way.
their back, and they're like, this is the most optimal form for biceps. And you're thinking to yourself, well, you know what? Arnold Schwarzenegger got big arms without doing that. There's other ways to do
Yeah,
it. And you
absolutely.
can't, this whole science-based lifting thing, I really like it, but it can get a little silly.
It can get,
It get a
yeah,
little silly
yeah,
because you can literally
absolutely.
design a test or an experiment, and based on how you design it, you can kind of dictate what kind of
Yeah,
results you want or how you read into results.
yeah,
What is going to true failure? Oh, that hurts. I'm done. That's failure. The whole
yeah,
science-based lifting stuff.
exactly.
It's interesting, but I wouldn't put too much of my eggs in that basket. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So no, I hear you. So I heard you mention your coach. Is your coach right now? Is it Super Cody? Is that who
It's
I
super
see?
Cody.
So
Yes,
so
yes,
tell us
yes.
tell us about
Yeah.
Super Cody. Tell us about
It's
Coach.
so fun because I wasn't looking for a coach. And this is why I believe, everything happens for a reason. The people
Hmm.
that you find, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
I was actually looking for a coach for my friend. She asked me, she knows, I'm into fitness. And she was like, well, I'm trying to lose some weight. And I was like, hey, I've been following this guy for a long time. Let me reach out to him and, you guys
Yeah.
start from there. So I reached out to Cody and I was like, and he followed me also on
Yeah.
social media. So you've seen my videos, right?
Yeah.
Like
I see you
just
shout him
train,
out, and I'm like,
train.
this Super Cody, he's super. He's doing something.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And so, we started to talk and he's like, hey, but you don't need a coach. And, so we started just like that. I wasn't really intentionally like looking for a coach, but he gave me that good vibe of like, my God told me like,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
coach. And I've hired, plenty of coaches before.
Yeah. You've
So
had good coaches, bad coaches.
yeah, for sure.
Can you?
And
Yeah, yeah. Can you give me a little example of what a bad coach is and why? Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Give
for
me a little
sure.
taste of that.
So, I believe that for any business, right? Like the most important thing for your client is to receive that communication,
Yeah.
to be responsive.
Yes.
And Cody was that responsive. Like
Excellent.
when I had other coaches, I didn't feel like that flow. I feel like whenever they get a client, okay, now you're in my basket, but you're
You're
not my
just a number,
priority.
and I'll get to you when I get to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just like, because myself, I work doing sales. So
Yeah.
I understand, when you get a client, it's not the end, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like, okay, now I have you and that's it.
Yeah, I got your money,
So
and yeah.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's more than that, right? It's
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm gonna listen to my client. I'm gonna teach my client some stuff. I'm going to, reply to the messages and nothing crazy, right? Like because I understand there are people too that will, blow your phone and text you a lot. But
Sure.
I consider myself to be very respectful of the time of others. So I was always like, well, I'm gonna text him if I have a question and he will be like immediately.
Nice.
So I think that is very important, especially for someone who is starting to navigate, the journey of fitness, because sometimes you may be at the gym and you may be doing, a machine that you don't know, you don't understand. You're like, oh my gosh, did he say doing this way or whatever?
Yeah.
So I feel like that was amazing. One of the things that he provided me with being responsive.
Yeah.
And another thing is that he really takes care of his clients, meaning like he will ask you, we need to check the inside of your body. So let's take some blood lab, right? Like
Yeah.
to check how your hormones are and all that. Something that I've never had with a coach before.
Oh, nice. So he'll sit down and he'll look through your thyroid, your
Everything,
lipids, your
everything.
hormones, your liver, your kidneys, and say, oh
All
yeah,
that.
look, the
Yeah,
A1C is
yeah.
looking good.
He'll be like, okay, you are sick. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh,
No.
we need to take you to a doctor immediately. No.
No. But actually, no. And he, like I said, taught me all those things, right? That
Yeah.
I didn't know. For me, it was more like, Well, a coach will give you a program and then your training and whatever you need to eat,
Yeah,
and that's it. And Cody dives more deep into let's check the whole you, not only like, if you have
100%.
an injury or whatever, or what you like to eat,
Right.
but everything that it really means you as a being, as a human
Right.
being. So,
Right. No, 100%. Like I get blood work done regularly, right? And my good cholesterol was low. I do some things, some compounds and whatnot that kind of bring down my good cholesterol. And so, I would get blood work done
yeah,
and, to combat that with doctors are saying, okay,
yeah,
let's take fish oil,
yeah,
three
yeah,
three
yeah,
times a
yeah,
day. It usually says two.
absolutely.
Let's bump it up to three, get our
Yeah,
blood work done, in the
yeah,
next couple of
yeah,
weeks and see, how
yeah,
that balances out.
yeah,
So I love that. I'm
yeah,
absolutely a big proponent of let's look at blood work,
yeah, for
and
sure.
see what's going on underneath the hood. So yeah, yeah. But it's funny because I'm actually friends with a guy who owns a men's health clinic, Vivo
Okay.
Health Clinic, and they've told us stories where they've asked people to go get blood work,
Hmm.
and they find out they have cancer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's because they got tumor markers,
Oh
and
wow.
it's in their bloodstream, and it's you need to go see it, and it's saved lives before. So getting blood work regularly, if you can stand the needles and the
Yeah,
blood and stuff,
yeah.
I highly recommend it because
Even if
early
you
detection.
cannot, even
Even
if
if
you
you
cannot
cannot,
send
even if you
that.
can't do that, just figure out a way to
Yeah,
do it somehow.
exactly,
Yeah, no,
exactly.
that's really really cool. And I actually
Wow.
wanted to ask you, I think you gave us a little bit of you coming to Nashville and that whole story. But I know you and your sister from Peru. And can you kind of dive into more of like what brought you to Nashville? Um, Specifically, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
Nashville,
yeah.
Tennessee. So
Well, what brought me to the States was
yeah,
really, I always say it was love.
love.
So
Okay.
yes, yes, yes. I've been living in Nashville for 8 years now.
Yeah.
And I just felt that weird connection with the city that
Yeah.
I just love the city.
Yeah.
I felt something,
Yeah.
I lived before in another state, and it wasn't like that
Yeah.
vibe
Where have
that
you lived?
I live in Alabama.
You've lived in
Yeah,
Alabama?
I
Okay.
did. So for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But when I just first came to the States, I lived in Lewisburg, Tennessee, which is an
Yes.
hour south.
Yes.
And then my work was here in Nashville, and that's how
Okay. It
I
was your work.
discovered.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's right. You had mentioned that. I
yeah.
just wanted to kind
And
of
then
bring
I
that back. Yeah.
discovered Nashville. I was like, oh my gosh, such a cool
It
city.
is. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
and
Nashville
I mean, it's been growing, nonstop since
nonstop.
I came here like
Nonstop.
8 years
Yeah.
ago,
I hope the
whatever.
traffic hasn't screwed up anything for you.
Traffic is terrible,
It's terrible.
it
Yeah,
is
it's
really
always
bad. It is
terrible.
really bad.
Yeah,
But I
no.
mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I just love this place.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. I do
Yeah.
too. And
Yeah.
you had mentioned your workout routine and your coach and looking at blood work and stuff like that. Can we talk maybe about like nutrition? Does your
Yeah,
coach have
absolutely.
you doing any specific macros or anything crazy?
Yes,
Let's just talk about your diet and
it's
nutrition.
mainly macros, and well, in my case, I'm the kind of person that I will eat, if you tell me every day eat the same thing, I will do it. And I've been doing it. So I'm very boring person.
Wow,
Like
that's
I can eat
discipline. You call it boring. I call that discipline. So,
so every single day I have the same food every single day. And it's been like that, since I started with Coach Cody.
wow.
Um, I don't, and one of the reasons, honestly, is because it's easier, just to prep for your week,
100%.
certain, whatever protein and carbs that you
Yeah.
have.
Uh-huh.
And also, I don't like to cook very much.
I
So,
yeah, I get you. I don't like to cook either. I'm the same
so it's
way.
like,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
for me, it's super convenient.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like see that as boring and like, oh, I cannot really keep up with a diet because I have to eat the same,
Yeah.
chicken and rice and broccoli or whatever.
Is that what your diet is?
Yes, yeah,
Chicken
chicken,
broccoli?
rice,
Yeah, chicken.
broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love grits, so
Yeah.
I do have for breakfast grits, eggs,
Yes.
and
Yes.
some fruit.
Yeah.
Um, but right now, yes, I'm doing about 1,700 calories per
1,700
day. Yeah,
calories. Okay,
per
I'm
day.
at
Yeah.
3,800 calories. What?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. Different bodies,
Yeah,
right?
right,
So,
right. Yes.
what? So you're at 1,700. Okay, how much of that is carbs, protein, fats?
Oh, can I cheat?
You can cheat, sure,
Okay,
if you
because
want.
I don't
Yeah,
have the number on the top of
yeah.
my
No
head, but I will
worries,
tell you for
no
sure.
worries. So you,
What is the magic number? Let's see. I still doing my reverse diet.
yes.
But let's see. Protein 141, carbs 170, fats 54, and fiber 16.
Okay, so it's almost like 30. Oh gosh, what is it? 30. No, it'd be 35, 35, 15 split almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost.
so
Yeah.
your carbs and your protein are almost equal, and then
Yeah.
you got that like 15% fats. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
do you add any seasoning on there? Do you
Yeah,
add a
I
little
mean,
bit of
I
spices
do,
to change it up a little bit?
I'm from Peru, so
Yeah.
we eat very spicy food. So I make this.
Mm.
We have a pepper that is called rocoto, which
Ooh.
is like jalapeno for, let's say, for Mexican people.
Yeah.
For us, it's called rocoto.
Mm.
It's super spicy, and I just make
Yes.
like a salad with it, with some tomato and cilantro and lime. So nothing really crazy, but that gives it a little bit of
I love
flavor.
it. And the spicy, yeah.
Yes, I just love it. I mean, I'll be all watering, my eyes like crying because it's so
Yeah.
hot. But I mean,
Yeah.
I love it. So I mean, I try to, add some stuff, not to be like super strict with
Right.
myself. I
Right.
mean, especially now that the holidays are coming too.
Right.
And
Right.
it's for a lot of people it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to enjoy ourselves. But I do, I have a little bit of flexibility. I don't go crazy. Because I try to, be very consistent with my diet.
Yeah.
But that's me, right? Like
Yeah. No, that's
there is,
awesome.
yeah, for
That
sure.
is awesome. So, how are you guys handling the holidays? Are you gonna try to? Are all rules are off, and you're just gonna go wild and eat as many calories
I'm
as
gonna
you
go
want?
wild. No,
You're
I'm
gonna-
just kidding. No, I just say no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm not big in sweets. Like I'm not big in sweets. I just love food, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm gonna do a little bit more of like turkey when I
Yeah.
have turkey.
Instead of one
And-
portion, you're gonna
yeah,
do two
probably
portions. Yeah.
two.
Yeah. Nice.
But nothing crazy, nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing
So,
wild, yeah.
yeah. I love my sweet thing is chocolate cake with ice
Ooh,
cream.
yum.
So
Yeah.
maybe I'm gonna ask Coach if I can. Do
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little bit, right? Just sneak it in there.
just a little bit to have fun.
No,
to have fun. Yeah,
that's super,
for
super,
sure.
super
Yeah,
cool. So
yeah.
it sounds like, the training and the nutrition and stuff takes up a lot of your time. Is there any other time left? Do you do anything else outside of the gym? Do you have any other hobbies like
Yeah.
reading books, walking dogs, anything?
So I love animals. I have 2
Yeah.
dogs, 2 cats,
Oh,
and I
awesome.
feed raccoons in my backyard. I know it's
Raccoon's my
crazy.
favorite animal. They're my favorite animal. So
They are
yes.
so amazing.
So you feed these- okay, so-
I do. I buy cat food and I do, I put bowls. I'll
Oh,
show you
oh,
later
wow.
all those pictures and videos.
So you have videos of
yes,
raccoons eating it.
yes,
I've
yes,
got to
yes,
see
yeah.
that later, please.
And I get very close to them, but I feel like they know I'm there to feed them. They
You're not
don't
a
run-
threat,
yeah,
and they know
don't
that
run
this is where
away.
food comes
They're
from.
just like cool
This is mother.
eating.
Yeah.
Like they're like, okay, you're cool.
Yeah,
you're feeding
cool.
us, so
Yeah.
we're gonna stay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But honestly, on my free time, I love to connect with my friends. With friends that I have here, and
Yeah.
maybe come to the house. Let's drink some coffee, or let's
Yeah.
go eat. And I always, with the food, like I said, I go out to eat, but I'm pretty,
When you
try
go
to
out to
do-
eat, you're like, I can do this. Hey, hold the
Absolutely.
butter.
Yeah,
kind of tweak some
absolutely,
of the stuff on the
absolutely.
menu.
So, I mean, I enjoy myself, right, with those things that I can do and go out and,
Yeah.
have fun with friends.
Yeah.
I just love to connect with people. I do for sure. And my husband, of course, I'm married, and he works a lot. So whenever, he has some free time, for him it's like, okay, let's go walk,
Yeah.
let's do something fun, let's go to the movies.
Yeah.
Or we're just in the house watching a bunch of movies.
Oh, I
And
love
just
that.
like,
I love, I'm boring. I like to stay at home and watch movies with my
yeah,
fiance as well.
yeah.
But does your husband, is he into any of the weightlifting, the fitness stuff?
No, not really. He's a different soul. He's a musician, and he
Oh,
and I,
fun.
we are very different.
Yeah.
He was never into fitness. I mean, he loves going for walks every morning.
I love it.
He will
Yes.
go, and it's more of his therapy as well.
Yeah.
Like, time to reflect and just, prepare for your day.
Yeah.
But I mean, he supports me 100%. And poor
Oh,
thing, because, it's hard when you have to
it
have
is.
so many meals during the day, and then you have to stop the movie, and I'm like, I have to eat, so
I
give
have
me a
to
second.
eat.
I need
That's
to go warm up
right.
my food.
Yeah.
um or he always jokes when we go out to eat, we come back, and I'm like, okay, give me 1 minute because I need to warm up my food. He's like, we just came from the restaurant. What do
Right.
you mean?
Right. Exactly.
So
Because
it's
are
just
you
funny.
eating like every 2 hours, basically?
No, I have only 4 meals.
Okay,
So
only 4 meals.
only
Okay.
4 meals for now. Yes.
Okay.
So it's kind of like 3 hours, maybe 4.
Every 3
Yeah.
hours,
Yeah,
three,
yeah,
4. Okay.
yeah.
I got you.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
but
he
yeah.
sounds wonderful.
Yes, he
And it
is.
sounds like, he supports you in your weightlifting, and that's a lot of time, but that's great.
That is
It's
awesome.
very important to have,
Yeah.
a partner that supports
Yeah, yeah.
this lifestyle, because
And
it is very
and all
intense,
your the people that are around you, right? Because sometimes when I meet with my friends, they know and they respect that. They don't go like, okay, let's go drink, right? But they
Right.
respect the fact that I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
can go crazy with food, especially
Yeah.
when I was on prep. My friends will be like, no, that's fine. You come over and just bring your meal and whatever. So it's nice to have that kind of environment that
Yes.
understand,
Yes.
and not, they don't come to you but like, but why?
Yeah, no, we're drinking wine and you're
Yeah,
not eating chicken and
exactly,
rice. Okay.
exactly,
No, that's
exactly.
super
So
cool to
it's
have
it's
friends.
important. It's important for
Yeah.
sure. So I'm blessed to have those people
No,
around me.
that's super
Yeah.
wonderful. That's super awesome. So Romina, we are kind of wrapping this up. And did you have any message or anything you wanted to share with our audience out there? You can give a shout out to your coach or anything like that. Did you have
Yeah.
anything?
So I guess for people that is looking into, whatever your goal, your fitness goal is, because we talk about how bodybuilding or just fitness changed, my life in this case.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask when I can start doing,
Yeah.
this. And there is never gonna be a perfect time, it's today.
Today.
Right. And start with something little. You don't have to go and, hire a coach, or, if you can afford it and you can do it, great. It's also good to have someone can walk you through and
Yeah.
learn the process. But I feel that it's, nothing that is easy is really worth it. And
Yeah.
probably, the fitness journey will take a lot of you, but it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
So I think that's just a message that I want to share with people.
That
for
is
sure.
wonderful. That is great. Okay. And if people wanted to follow you, Romina, how can they? Are you on TikTok? Are you on Instagram?
I'm
What
mostly on Instagram.
You're mostly on
Yes.
Instagram,
And
and that
I'm
is
Romina.
it's Romina Bronze, I think.
Romina Bronze. Yeah,
You know what?
got it.
We'll put it in the description. We'll put it in the description of the
Absolutely.
video
Yes,
so
yes,
people
yes,
can reach
yes.
out. But thank you so
Absolutely.
much for joining us.
Oh,
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to speak with us and kind of walk
absolutely.
through, what it's
Oh,
like for you to get ready for competitions and what
yeah,
fitness
yeah.
means to you.
It is.
So I really appreciate that. And that's a wrap.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
yeah,
Thank you so
thank
much
you.
for having
Yeah.
me.